Alright, so hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I swear this will be the last time we'll be messing around with the head angles, at least for a little while. So I still need to do the back part of the hair here, but once that is done, reflecting is once again essentially 90% symmetrical, so honestly, just need to get that part done and then we can just not mess with the hair or the head angles for a very long time. Not the front, but we're looking here, the back. Alright, let's go from here. I just want to pull this forward a little bit. I want to bend it back inwards to make it conform to gravity a bit more. Maybe I'll actually go with that, make it conform to gravity a little bit more. Alright, where are we sitting here? Where is this at this point? It's actually, what, less turned. That's more this way. a big clusterfuck of hair. Parts down here at this point. The front part do cover this part correctly, right? Where is you? Well, covers it enough, I think. Otherwise I'm going to have to draw a new line in. Oh boy, it's actually a little hot. Honestly, I'm at the point where I'd like to just change out the air in my room. We've had toxic gas, or possibly toxic gas, blowing over for the whole day, so that's probably not a great idea. That's probably the most exciting thing that's happened today. Oh, I should do. For the most part, it's not that close to where I live. You know, apparently the wind was aiming it this way in the early morning. I mean, the fire's still going because there was a fire at a scrap metal yard. Apparently, according to the news, it's the 9th time it's happened in 5 years, which means that they're doing something wrong to start off with. So I'd be really surprised if I don't hear more news about how they, at this point, are getting sued. Because when you can have the same essential accident or workplace incident happen that frequently when it's not supposed to happen that frequently, that's probably a problem, and people are going to address that. Especially since people are now more health conscious and business conscious as well about starting and stopping businesses after COVID happened. So, see what kind of response they actually have this time. I mean, the fact that it's happened 9 times in 5 years means it probably happened sometime during COVID as well, which is more surprising. Otherwise, they were having like more than once a year incidents at this middle yard prior to that, which would also be kind of impressive, because this is the first time it's happened this year at the very least. Let's see somewhat pull upwards. With all the other really exciting news that's really happened, at least I've heard, was it the whole drama about the dude from that animation studio that's apparently been running away with people's money, has tried to come forward, but everyone's just ripping into him even more. Hum, 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 hum. It's like the usual, they just release a giant ass document, and then half the evidence is Discord logs, where while it's useful for the two parties, it's generally not very useful once it goes beyond the two parties, because you don't know how much is being omitted or how much is even being faked, because you can very easily fake Discord logs. Honestly, you can pretty much fake any messenger. Let's be perfectly real about it. I think I actually need to pull the part up a bit more. Where are you? It's gonna make you curve a bit more. It's fine if this comes a little separate from everything else, but this is supposed to still be on this part of the head. And honestly, this is gonna be behind the body like permanently, and I don't know how much I care about it. It's one of those factors. Alright, just... Is it from here? Yeah, okay. Okay, what I'm going to actually do is grab one of the parts that have the HeadXY and actually going to pull you back a bit. Alright, let's just wait for that to catch up, because it has to move a lot of parts. Oh, still going. It'll be really nice if I can actually see what it's trying to do in the background, but I'm trying to move it a couple of steps to one side. Okay, I think it is... Because we're doing a round head motion, I actually need to not have this as far out as It could be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's not like that. And just let that catch up again. Okay, so it's not as far out now when it turns. I don't know if I want to try and squish the face a little bit. I mean, the main problem is really how much less the Y is, or how much less clear the Y is as opposed to the X in general. There should be something that's becomes clearer as it folds over. There's a genuine problem that my mid-piece isn't very thick. In general. Where's my other piece here? That worked out a lot better. Huh. Hum. Okay, I think we'll go with that for now. I'm actually just gonna turn you and you off. So we can... Okay, yeah, it's actually easier if I go from here. So we just see through everything instead. Oh, I haven't actually touched anything, have I? Oh, I haven't touched anything. Okay. At least I can actually see the whole face, so I can actually do the eyes from here. Okay, so here we can just flip over top, the back center, the nose, all the mouth. Oh, I forgot the blush and the shading again. Oh, I think did I miss a nose? I don't think I did. And also the head shape, and did I miss the head shading? I don't even remember. I may have. On the X, reflect. Okay, give that a few moments. Okay, and then when it is on negative Y as well, reflects along the X. Because those two parts should be 90% of the way symmetrical, or 99% of the way symmetrical no matter what. Okay, so time to slowly work this in. Alright, where do we start? Do I need to actually move the hair out of the way? Oh, he's actually gonna get in my way. That's hilarious. Alright, Essentially only just sync to apart. And honestly, I could probably work around it. Oh, whatever. Turn the hair off. Okay, snapshot 1, get out of here. Snapshot 2. Flip it. I don't know what the trash tried to do. Okay, it didn't do anything. Great. Now snapshot 2. Flip. Okay, there we go. Hello. How you doing? Alright, so let's get started on this part. Flipping the whole thing over. Wait, was that the right one? It's like this, right? Did I really have it like that? Oh no, I did. As facing away. That angle doesn't look right. Should be facing back a bit more, shouldn't it? Hold up. Hold up, did I do something wrong here? Oh no, wait, you know, hit something like that. Okay, yeah, sure. That's fine. Okay, so let's bring this around. That's a lot of lag I'm getting on this. Alright, deal with the lid after the lash is in place. Like that. Oh boy. By white. hum, hum, hum. Yeah, a couple of thousand performance is definitely not helping the processing here. Should probably add the physics performance like later in retrospect. You know, I think this one has more layers than my own personal model by quite a bit, just purely on the hair parts, which might also be adding to the problem. Okay, that was not the button I pressed. Not this way. Okay, pupil. Okay, highlights. Oh, come on, bounding box, you're in the way again. Alright. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. That's not what I wanted to do. Come on, you're gonna be useful to the bounding box, be useful to the bounding box. Oh boy. Hum, 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 hum. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, come on. Be useful, it's gonna be there. Not that much to ask. Hum, hum, hum. Hum, hum, hum. Hum. Our pupil. Hum, 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 hum. Alright, where are we here? Okay, this is the part where I actually don't need the snapshot anymore, so let's turn that off so I can actually see. Oh boy. Hum, 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 hum. Okay. That should do all the face parts first, so I'll actually do the hair now. Well, I can do part of the hair right now because I've got the backside of the hair still on. Let's do that. What do we have to do here? Hmm. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hmm. Hum. Oh, is my body parts in the way? They shouldn't be. They're like at, what, 19% or something visibility. Hmm. Hum. Hum. Bum. Bum. Um. Hum. 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 Hmm. Hum, 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 hum. Hmm. Oh, what piece is this? Oh boy. Oh. Wait, hold up. Hmm? No, that should be right. Because the head is pulling this way. Um... Um... Hum. Hum. Oh boy. That just scared me. Welcome. Cheers for the sub. I don't know if I should actually have that alert on, because honestly I can't tell if people subbing are in the stream or not. Do I actually pull this across or not? Do I just not bother? Alright. Now we turn the hair back on. We're gonna go like this. We're going to do that. Gonna snap it down. We're going to reflect it. And then we're gonna turn it back over. Hum. Oh, hum. Um... Um... Mm. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, what the fuck am I doing here? Why does this feel super off? Oh, don't do that. Um, um... Oh. Let me just get this out of the way. Alright, let me just down. Um, hum, hum, hum. Hmm. Um. Um. hum. Hum. I probably just too much. Hello. I think I actually need to do the motion for the front first, so everything's out of the way and I can actually see. Hum. Hold up. No, it's supposed to be more like... You're supposed to look more like this. Hum. Hum. Leaning the head over. Chairs, eh? What the heck is happening here? Why is this expanded? Get that out of here. Okay, so this is the part where I can't really rely on the symmetry because there is no symmetry for the center part. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this about as well as I can. Okay, we'll go the Okay, where is side? Oh, let me just get the center part moving before it bugs me anymore. I'll go pull this over a little bit. Alright, what line is that? That's probably from the side here, isn't it? Right large. Oh. Just get this out of the way. This needs to be pulled back. Pull this down a little bit. And we'll pull this around a bit more. That side piece is having a lot of problems with the what you call it, extended interpolation. Because it's trying to like swivel around rather than swivel directly. Now, let me just change it back to linear, just see about how much that changes. See if it's actually causing any problems anywhere. I mean, the main problem is though that my X turn is a lot more aggressive than my my Y turn. Why does that look wrong? Is that like that on the other side too? I think I'm gonna have to change that. Yeah, let's pull this back out of there. Yeah, let's go. Alright, so where is the other side? I think I'm actually pulling this too far around. I actually want to have them more like this, actually. rather than pulling it all the way around. Making changes on the fly, alright. Hum 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 hum. Yeah, I'm just gonna change how this looks on the fly. Screw it. Hum 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 hum. Make sure the crown of the highlight is pretty much the main guiding part of this. It's going around the head correctly. Yeah, you. The main problem I have with a lot of my plots is the way I've done my trend shading. Hello. It's looking good, Chizzy. I'm making changes on the fly because I think some parts don't look good right now, but appreciate. Yeah, the way I've done the shading for the hair is a little sus on some parts if I do it like this. Which I feel like might actually be half the reason why some parts look the way they are. Okay. We'll just get every other part moving and then just do the adjustments after, once everything's in place. At that point, I kind of hope so, because I've been doing this for a while. Cheers, though. You want to see some of my finished works? I do have some of the showcases up on the channel. They're short, so they're not several minutes long. They're only like a few seconds, well, like probably about half a minute to about 3/4 of a minute long. Are you interested in looking at views? Those will be a more complete view. Or you can poke into like the end parts of the last stream for model, because they'll usually have me live testing it as well. Have I pulled this down too far? I think I have. What am I doing here? Why does it look so different? Okay, I need to pull where it is left. Here. You pull this over a little bit so that the curve is not as extreme. Okay, I'm deciding how much this is gonna bother me. Namely, because the head can't reach this. The head can reach something closer to this. I should probably just check this actually. Because our maximum on our head is going to reach about here. You know what? Makes me a lot less angry than I thought it would. But I am going to change the center part on this, because that part's bothering me a lot. So... Actually, wait. Oh, I forgot to move the Ahoge. Alright, well, afterwards, we'll fix this first, just so I get the right feel for it. Where is you? Yes, you. So for this one, okay, so first up, let me just preface this, that this model that you're seeing on screen that I'm working on is not a commission, so I didn't have to work with anyone on the design. The total of that probably was under 40 hours of artwork. Probably closer to about 30 hours total. That's going from design sketches all the way to basically ready for Live2D. The rig itself, I'm expecting about 40-ish, or maybe a top of 40-ish hours, depending on how complicated some parts are. I mean, if you think about it, that's like a work week, right? Like 40 hours is like one work week. Well, I know there's a lot of regulations trying to like cut down on that, but that's the best way to describe it right now. I need to move the other side first. Probably didn't actually take that long because the design was on my own. Because the reality is when you have to work with someone else on the design, it takes a bit longer because you have to get feedback, make sure everything's still going in the right direction. Usually that's probably the full 40 hours. I'll say this one is close to about 30. Maybe even under. Because I did have a good idea of what I wanted when I started. That's always a good sign of the process being a little quicker, is that you kind of know what you want up front. That I am moving the wrong thing right now. Leader to you. I mean, the rig realistically might only take 20 to 30. The fact is, the head always takes the longest, and I have spent, what, like 5 sessions on this now? I'm basically only working on this on stream, so it should be a pretty accurate count on that front. Because I do about 2-hour-ish streams, and I think this is about session 4 or 5 on the head, on just the head parts. So that's about 8 hours just on the head. Probably 10 hours-ish on the head, and then realistically the rest of the body only takes about the same amount of time, like the whole rest of the body, even if I have to do extra parts like leg motion, which I still think is probably the dumbest inclusion ever. I do full body because I am trying to practice my art side more than my rigging side most of the time. So this is full body. It's currently hidden because it's in the way. Actually, it's no longer in the way. Let me actually bring it back up. So there is a full body here underneath, as you can see there. It was hidden because quite literally it was in the way of everything else I was doing. I haven't actually tried drawing a bust up model, because I find it very difficult to proportion things if I don't have the whole body. Might just be me. Honestly, I do know that when people do the bust up models, they actually say just draw the whole thing, and then when you hand it over to the person, you don't do, or that you sketch the whole thing and then you only do the top half or something. So that you can actually proportion everything correctly. Let you do. Okay, you need to go more this way. I need to flatten this because this is leaning over, not leaning forward. Let's pull this down. This has to pull up, this has to pull down. I'll put myself in like the mid tier in terms of both sides of model making and rigging. That's where I'm happy to put myself. If I need to be 100% honest with it, I like to think that I'm decent. I definitely need more work on the art side, because I do find that sometimes that the way I color has some issues when I need to move things around in Live2D. Which I'm very aware of and I'm actively trying to work on. Like, my coloring style very mildly changes every time I make a new model, which might be a little problematic sometimes, because it does slow down the overall process. It's like a very interesting problem to have, because it's one of those ones that, it's a first world problem, oh my god. But in terms of like the actual the way I make the models, it's always, well, I try to always do it so that all joints are separated, so that movements can go all the way down to the feet and movement can go all the way down to the ends of the fingers. I haven't tried toe motion yet for all intents and purposes, so that is the only joint I haven't tried separating. It would be the toes. I mean, I guess I haven't really separated at the ankle level yet either. I've always gone, for the legs, it's always what? Hip, knee, and then just before the actual ankle part is usually how I separate the foot. As much as everyone likes to go crazy over feet, the same way that everyone goes crazy over any kind of breasts, for good or for bad, I guess you can say it. I mean, the only thing I need to do right now is increase marketing. Actually, that reminds me, I need to put the models, some of the models I did before, onto the market. I keep telling myself to do that, I keep forgetting. So my personal models goes back to, I think, when was it? It was like about 4 or 5 months into COVID. When did COVID start? It was what? 2020? Was it 2020? Was it 2019? No, it's 2020, right? Yeah, COVID started 2020. Around, because our lockdown happened in February, March. And that's when I started to learn how to draw. And my first model was around then. Was it 2019? Okay, well, our lockdown started at the start of the year, so, because our COVID started at the end of the year, so our lockdown was the start of the year, so it was probably 2020. Oh, right, yeah. Well, yeah, because it started spreading at the end of the year, and then our lockdown was the start of the year, so it would have been in 2020. I think about 4 months into COVID, so that would have been from March to, that would be what, July-ish was my first model. That was pretty bad. I can very much reflect on that. That is the problem, that the models I wanted to sell are just sitting in on my computer on my hard disk and not moving. I think I just have to showcase up on YouTube and that's it. Like, it might be linked on my website, on my card, maybe. I'm actually not sure because I don't look at that very often because I don't need to change things very often, which is probably not good. I probably should look at it more often. Oh look, Stream Elements. Oh, that's a good time for Stream Elements. You know what? Let me just use that link, Stream Elements. Let me just check, because, that's... Vtuber rigs, let's have a look. Do I have it? I do not have the most recent one on there. I probably should, because honestly, those are of higher quality. I'm not very good about making showcases these days, especially for my own personal models, because honestly, I don't finish them most of the time. I have them like 90% done, and they're like, okay, this is usable now, and I just leave it. I mean, like, this model I'm using right now, I still need to finish the movement for the headset. I just haven't done that. Okay, don't need to move the ahoge a bit. The head's leaning away. You take the center of the head at about eye level. So perspective-wise, this is actually about right. I might actually want to lower the Actually, do I want to lower how much it keeps going up? A favorite model I made. For the ones I've made, I mean, it's probably not going to be one of my personal use ones, because honestly, I went from maybe I'll try and go with the general trend and have some kind of theme and lore stuff behind it, but I gave up on that very quickly. I just settled on a general design that I liked and kept it somewhat consistent so that at least all my brand stuff wouldn't be a giant mess. I mean, I am pretty happy with the one I did for... What was his name? Did he have a name? Because he didn't have a Twitter, I think. Was this the Crow? Was it Frackle? That was very interesting because it was actually a bird. That was a great learning experience in terms of things I had to learn to or try for the first time. That was probably one of my favorite ones. Design wise, probably... Oh, this one does have a showcase on the channel. I think it's... Well, it's codenamed, was it Winter Rabbit? Which was basically kind of winter casual, or like wintry kind of casual clothing. It was also probably the first model that I made after my art style has settled a bit more, especially for the body proportions, because the way I did body proportions was changing quite a lot as I was basically working on settling on some kind of style. There's also one of the models that I am looking to throw onto the open market and see if someone would like it. Because that is one that is completely unrelated to anything on my own branding, and I can just put it up and leave it to someone else to think of any kind of weird lore. Because honestly, I am the odd one out, and I don't think Vtuber lore is very interesting. Mostly because of how saturated the scene is now. It's just like, I see your story and I have seen it before. It's either you're very normal or that is very over the top story, and I think I've seen that before at this stage. I mean, that's my hot take on VTuber lore. It's not a popular opinion, but it is my opinion, and I will stand by it. Is it at the top of the playlist? Let me just have a look at the playlist. It's probably not at the top of the playlist because I had to reorder the playlist. Because by default, YouTube puts all the new things at the bottom, doesn't it? It does. How do I deal with that? It would be really nice if I could tell YouTube to put all of my new stuff at the top instead. Because, well, that showcase playlist is honestly more relevant for the stuff to be at... All the stuff at the bottom should be at the top because that's more relevant. And that's what people will see first. I think I've reordered it once, so it's actually like halfway to... Yeah, so there's some of my old stuff in the middle, and then there's like the stuff I did a while back at the top, which I moved to the top, and now all of my new stuff's at the bottom. Actually, you can tell what's my new stuff, because all of my new stuff are in shorts rather than in full-size videos. Just looking at the playlist now. Because I decided that YouTube Shorts would reach more people than the full-length videos, because that's how YouTube decides to throw things at people's heads. I, 'cause, 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 ' also means I don't have to think as hard if I want to put on TikTok as well. Actually, people still, I presume people are still using TikTok since, in the end, even though I think like 4 or 5 different countries said they were going to ban it, it hasn't been banned. So I should really keep posting onto TikTok, I just keep not bothering. Going on TikTok is just extra chore. Or maybe I'm just too old for TikTok. I don't get what the Zoomers are doing. Actually, is the group after the Zoomers grown up enough to use the internet yet? What are they called? I don't even know what they're called anymore. I presume they'll be very TikTok happy as well. Okay, some things are now no longer sitting in the right spot. Let me just move those around. Yep, you just come down a bit. Movies. Okay, I will say this. Now, I don't watch very many movies. Usually if I do watch a movie, it's because I am at a social gathering and the movie is secondary. Because I don't have the patience to sit through them. I do watch some anime movies when they come out, just to take a look at them, and usually they're a bit shorter as well. Let me just make sure this still feels okay. Oh wow, this lags so much less now that I turned the interpolation off. It's actually kind of funny. Just for series, I don't watch anything apart from YouTube stuff and some anime, so I guess it'll have to be some kind of anime here. If it's in terms of that, so well, the series I like the most is was it? Do you want the English name or the Japanese name? Actually, it doesn't really matter. So it's the Order of Rabbit, or Gochumon wa Usagi desu ka? That's pretty much by far the series I followed that I liked the longest. The easiest way I can describe to you what things I enjoy is if it was serialized in Manga Time Kirara, which is where It's the Order of Rabbit was serialized, I would probably like it. It's very surprising because when I actually went to look through what manga was serialized in the magazine, it was pretty much all the things I like. A lot of them are slice of life. A lot of them are basically they take one activity or theme and do the cute girls doing cute things approach to it. That is 90% of what I enjoy. I don't watch many mainstream things. I think the most mainstream thing I have followed at all, which has finished now, is Dr. Stone. Oh well, the manga's finished. The anime I think is about 3/5. I think they're doing like their 3rd major arc right now in the anime. And that's... I mean, I have friends that used to watch a lot of One Piece and I could not understand how they could do it. And I never got onto the hype of any of the more recent ones. I had a lot of friends tell me to watch Attack on Titan, and I never did. Like the big action heavy things aren't really my cup of tea. Usually when I watch something, also because I watch anime partially to practice the language. Because I can tell you now that anything that's sci-fi or anything that has a lot of like technical terms in it is very hard to watch when you're trying to learn the language, because anything that's technical or jargon, as the technical term would be, basically requires you to look at the subtitles, and I do not look at the subtitles at all. I usually watch anime with no subs. Or I don't look at the screen very much unless I hear something interesting. I watch the original Japanese voice, and if I can, I will watch with the subs off. Which was actually more possible when I had a Crunchyroll subscription, but I cancelled that subscription because Crunchyroll is a piece of shit. I'm really amazed that their website actually functions worse than a third-party pirating site when I had to pay a subscription fee, so I said screw them and cancel my subscription and now watch stuff on a legal site, as most people do. I thought about giving my support to them for a while, since they are the people doing the localization, and I respect that, but the fact that their services do not respect my money that I'm paying them, I decided to cancel. I don't know if that's because I live in a corner of the world and my connection to their service is shit, but you know. I mean, usually when I read things, because I read light novels in Japanese, and I've been reading manga in Japanese if I can get a hold of it nowadays as well. So just doing a lot of things to make sure I'm still keeping up with the language studies, even though it's not really relevant to me anymore because I can't. I passed the H1 visa, unfortunately. That was the original reason I was trying to learn the language at a faster pace, was to get the visa to maybe work in Japan one day, but COVID happened, and then I couldn't take the exam all the way through that, and now I'm past the age of the visa. Isn't that the most first world thing ever? Do I like where that's sitting? I think that's okay, actually. Do I like where the Ahoge sitting? Do I like where that is sitting? Just give me a moment to rationalize this. I'm going a little bit over time, but I am going to just try and make sure these hit parts are most of the way finished, at least. All the parts I'm actually working on, so I'm not coming back to this essentially half awake and not knowing where I left off. I don't think I've really messed around with animals too much. And I do enjoy cats. I've never been able to keep a cat as a pet though, because my sister is definitely allergic to them, to the point where we can't even risk carrying fur into the house from someone else's cat. And you know, when you have close family like that, that is definitely allergic to a lot of things. You can't keep pets around at all, pretty much. Actually, I don't know if she can handle dogs. I just know that cat fur will annihilate her skin at a really rapid pace. Do I need to bump that side up a bit more? I do. Where this is right. We're just gonna go like this, and then pull this down. Oh, that's not pulling down as much as I would like. I mean, I like using rabbits for theme and drawing, but I don't know if I would like to keep a rabbit, because I know that they... I mean, rabbits, when it comes down to it, they're very close to borderline being a pest. I mean, if they escape, then they literally become a pest and they just start like destroying foliage. And well, I'm not, actually no, I am kind of close to farmland, so if it gets out there, it would actually be pretty bad. I mean, there's the chicken on one of my walks once. There's just a random chicken in the bush. It wasn't like a farm chicken. It was literally just a wild chicken that was just randomly chilling in the bush. That was pretty interesting. There's like more domesticated animals. Probably cats. Well, I'll probably go cats over dogs. In general. Even though, in all likelihood, I think my sister can survive dogs more so if I was to ever keep a dog at a point in time where she'll still come around to where I live, or we end up living in the same place for whatever reason. It'll more likely be a dog or be able to keep a pet. Actually, I don't know if she can survive a dog either. Because she just has a lot of skin problems. Or like her skin's just very sensitive, so I'm actually not sure, but we should keep a dog either. I mean, in terms of other animals, I did have a fox plushie when I was growing up. But I do have a soft spot for a fox, even though I know that they're very much a wild animal. Probably a mid-sized dog would be the easiest way to describe it. I do have a little bit of a bad experience with like the larger breeds of dogs, so I did get bitten quite a bit by one of my friends' ones. Because I had bite marks all the way up my arm one time when I visited him at his place. It was just like, bro, your dog literally chewed me. It's like, it's literally just chewing the crap out of me, man. So that's my general experience with bigger dog breeds. Was that I got chewed up, essentially. Okay, I think I'll actually just get this into place. And I'll go from there. Oh, wait, is my color not in the right spot? What the heck's happening here? Oh, okay. Let me just actually mesh this up because I feel like I liked how it did on the other side a bit better, so we're actually reflecting again onto the other side. I'm not familiar enough with dog breeds to really say anything about what kind of dog I'd like. I mean, it kind of reflects on how little I thought about keeping a pet. Just because I've never... Well, it was never like a realistic thing growing up. And nowadays, I'll be pretty frank, I don't have the disposable income to take care of a pet. Oh, didn't you pull that up? What angle is it hit at? Is that about right? Okay, hold up. No, this needs to go... Wait, no, you need to go more like... It's actually more like about here, because this is actually... The root of this is centered, but the other parts are not. Let me just try and adjust this on the... Oh boy. I did not click on that. Where did I click on? No, not you. Just trying to adjust this on the fly. It's more like that. And then where is you? You need to be more like this. Just pull this upwards. And this kind of has to actually hide around the back because this is folding over. Then this side is actually shorter than the others. Or not as far to the side as the other side. I think it should be about like that. Okay, that should be... I don't like that. Okay, you more this way. Should be about here. I think the point it's at is about right, but I think more about here looks more closer to about right. Let's pull this across a bit. I could just draw guide images for myself, but I'm also not sure what kind of head rotation I'm doing until I actually do it, so this is why this also always becomes a bit of at on the go eyes test. Actually no, that looks fine. That would be bearable for a bit. Actually, let's have a look at where it's actually going to reach, because that's actually more relevant. Maybe a bit more. No, because this is sprouting and then pushing out, so I don't actually need to pull all the way across. But I do think the top part of the hair is actually bulking out more than the head is, so I'm just gonna pull that down. Where is that? So, not the front, not collapse, please. Side, okay, top. We're just gonna bump you down a little bit, like so. Or just level you out a little bit here. Okay, I think that's okay. Alright, I'm gonna leave this off here for now because I am out of time and I should shut up and let people sleep. I might actually try and get the rest of this head portion done off stream just afterwards before I go to sleep, because I really need to or realistically actually reach the point where I'm no longer doing this on stream every single time, because it's been like about 4 or 5 sessions of this. Actually, how many times have I done this now? Let me have a look at this. How many times has it been head angles? What was this one? This is setup. This is HeadXY. Okay, this is like what, the 7th round of head. Just head motion. So I'll see if I can get more of it done off stream rather than doing the tutorial stuff that I've been working on. Otherwise, I think next time is, well, it's gotta be first day. Well, if I do more of the model rig next time, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do something that's not the head. If the head part's not done, I'll just leave that and just see how much of it I can slip in my free time. Probably not that often, but I'll see what I can do. It won't end up like the headset of my personal model, which is not done, because the head is a required part of a finished product, so that will eventually get done. Who knows? So either way, thank you very much for watching today's stream. As for next time, it will either be the rig, where we'll do something else rather than the head angles, or it will be some kind of drawing stream, because it's still during the week and my only plans is to do some kind of art thing throughout the week. So if you're interested in that, or you like what you saw today and you want to see more of this stuff, because it will happen eventually, it may happen tomorrow, who knows, remember to subscribe, leave a like because it helps me out, and I shall see you all next time.